Be the host?
No, not necessary. Not necessary.
Then how will I share, sir? Yesterday means last time we did till here. Okay, slide number 8. This is very actually important. It will come like match the column in that MCQs. They'll give all wrong matches. Then they'll ask you to choose the correct one. 4 matches will be given. 3 of them will be wrong. 1 full matches will be right. So you're supposed to. And also you have to remember how many pramanas are there. Okay? Yeah. So now, yeah. So this topic was Veda Upanishads Bhartiya Shad Darashana with emphasis on Sankhya. So we'll be studying the Sankhya philosophy. Not in very much detail, but how much you should know. Okay. Now, this Sankhya philosophy, Sankhya Darshana, it is one of the oldest ancient Indian school of philosophy. I showed you that, right? This, can you see? Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and then Sankhya and Yoga. Okay. Now, who's the author? Kapila Muni. Okay. Now, in some books, this Kapila Muni is considered to be an avatar of Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu himself has come and given in some books. Okay. So this is still a little bit debatable. He's an avatar of Mahavishnu and he has come to give the knowledge. See, everybody cannot read Vedas and Upanishads. No, हर एक की बस की बात नहीं है. The one who can do it, do it. But what about others? They should also get the knowledge of how to get liberated. So in Indian Bharatiya Shad Darshana, in every Darshana, the author will be different, Pramana will be different. Now, what is the meaning of Pramana? You might have already learned, right? Pramana means the source of the right knowledge. That is Pramana, source of right. So that source of right knowledge will be different in different schools and also how to get liberated. Every philosophy will tell you how to get liberated, how to get moksha. And the name of the moksha, the term we use for the moksha also will be different. Okay. So in Sankhya and Yoga, they call it Kaivalya. In other Mimamsa and all, they call it moksha, mukti, and those. And here Nyaya, Vaisheshika, they use the word as apavarga. For it is all moksha only, but the term used is different. Okay, so it is one of the oldest Indian school of philosophy. That is one of the oldest Bharatiya Darshana. And how will you know what is the proof that it is the oldest? Now you have already learnt about Shruti now, right? Vedas and Upanishads are Shruti. And they have not been written anywhere. It has not been authored. So here the word Sankhya can be found in the Upanishads books. Okay? Like how Prashna Upanishad, Kata Upanishad. I'm just giving you an example of these two Upanishads. Okay. Just give me one. Yes. Now. Okay. So it can be found in Prashna Upanishad and Kata Upanishad and also in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Now, how we will find, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter is called, it's full of Sankhya Yoga, second chapter. You can say it is almost the summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. It is mainly there, it is taught about the nature of the Atma. Okay. Then how to be a Karma Yogi, how to be a Sthita Pragya. Sthita Pragya you might have already studied, right? So it is all mentioned, the word science. This is the second chapter. So by this, and Bhagavad Gita, you know how old it is, right? So you can say that Sankhya Darshana is very ancient and very old. Okay. Now let's come to the meaning of Sankhya. Now Sankhya means the right knowledge. See, Pramana is the source of the right knowledge, right? Whereas Sankhya means right knowledge. Now, in Sankhya, what is the right knowledge? I also told this right knowledge will be different in different schools, but ultimately the goal is getting moksha. Goal is getting moksha. Now, Sankhya means right knowledge. In Sankhya, there are two realities, that is Purusha and Prakriti. These are two independent realities. Okay. Now, the right knowledge will be the separation of Purusha from Prakriti. Now, suppose these are two, to look at my finger, suppose this is just for the purpose of understanding, I'm telling you. Huh? You cannot translate it directly like this. Suppose this is Purusha and this is Prakriti. Now, due to some unknown reason, due to some misunderstanding, they have come in contact and they have joined together. This is wrong knowledge. When Purusha and Prakriti, they join together, it is wrong knowledge. It is avidya. Then what is the right knowledge? Right knowledge is this separation. These two should be, Purusha should be separated from Prakriti. That is called liberation. That is the right knowledge and that is called liberation. Okay. So for the time being, you understand like this. Okay. Have you understood this sentence? Separation of Purusha from Prakriti is the right knowledge. Okay. Now, in Hindi, you know, no? Sankhya, and Sankhya. Sankhya means number. Number 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. Sankhya is number. Now, here Sankhya, how many categories, how many evolutes? They deal with 25 categories, 25 evolutes. Now, what are those 25 evolutes? I will tell you. The coming slides, I will tell you. So that is why Sankhya, and it is also called Sankhya because it is related with the number 25. 25 is the number of evolutes, not evolutes, along with Purusha and Prakriti and evolutes. Together, the number is 25. Achha. Now, what kind of philosophy this is? What kind of philosophy? It is a pluralistic spiritualism. Now, what is pluralistic? What is spiritualism? Spiritualism means Purusha. I told you there are two independent realities. Just now I told you this is Purusha and this is Prakriti. There are infinite number of Purushas. So it is pluralistic. And Purusha, like how we tell, no, Atma, we use general, loosely we use the term as Atma, correct? Atma. So Purusha, spiritual. Purusha is spiritual. So pluralistic spiritualism. Atheistic realism. Why you say atheistic? Atheistic has got nothing to do with that Astic and Nastic we did last time. We studied last time, right? Astic and Nastic. This has nothing to do with that. Atheistic means this school does not believe in God as a creator. Kapila Muni has written this. According to him, we don't need God as a creator. You'll be shocked, right? Why you don't need God as a creator? You must question immediately. Because these infinite Purushas, number of Purushas, were already existing in this universe. Nobody created those Purushas. And nobody created those Prakriti. So that is why he says that when the infinite number of Purushas are already existing, why do you need God as a creator? Right? So that is why he is atheistic. Realism. Realism means, I said, Purusha, Prakriti are two independent realities. So they are real. Right? They are real. So that is why you can see the physical form here. I'll tell you the nature of Purusha and nature of Prakriti. I'll tell you. Uncompromising dualism. What is uncompromising dualism? Dual means two. Right? That's what I told you. They are independent, dual. They should never be together. If they are together means it is avidya. It is wrong knowledge. So it is uncompromising dualism. Right? It is uncompromising dualism. Okay, so you understood the nature of this darshana, Sankhya darshana. Okay, its meaning.
So Prakriti means nature. What exactly Prakriti means?
No, this is, I'll come to it later.
Okay.
I only told you the names. That Prakriti, nature is a Hindi word. I'm talking about related to Sankhya and Yoga. Yoga will follow what is there in Sankhya. I told you they are twin philosophies, Samana Tantra. Okay? They will follow what is given in Sankhya. Okay, so that I will explain to you in the coming slides. Now, till now, you remember only this much. Okay. Now, any philosophy, any school, any darshana, always says that it starts by saying this world is full of pain and misery. Okay? You should not think why Bharatiya darshan is so negative and pessimistic. You should not think like that. Is it not true? Is it not this world is full of pain and miseries? The best example you saw during COVID. The whole world came crashing down. Correct? Right? So this world, not forget about COVID. You look at us only, no? Everyday life you see. So many problems we are facing. Right? So every philosophy starts by saying this world is full of pain and miseries. And the next question immediately you should ask, is there a way to come out of it? There is a way to come out of it. The answer is yes. Okay. Then what is the way? That way will be different in different darshans. Okay. In Sankhya will give a different way. Sankhya Yoga, Nyaya Vaisheshika will give a different. Mimamsa will give a different way. Okay. Okay. Now this world is full of pain and miseries. Then immediately you should ask, what is the cause? Why are we suffering? Why is this pain? Where is it coming from? Where this pain and miseries are coming from? So there are three causes: Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, and Adhyatmik. Now Adi Bhautik. Now here the pain and misery will be caused from due to the external world. We are living in this material world, right? So this pain and misery is caused due to the external world. Okay, the world which you can see around us. So it is caused because of that. Achha. You also have heard of the word Panchamahabhuta? Bhutas, no? Air, water. Yeah. So this world is made of this 5 bhutas. Okay, so this will be caused due to the external world. So how will you say the external world? Suppose somebody was bitten by a snake. That is Adi Bhautik. It was caused by another creature living in this same material world. Accident, car accident, bike accident, train accident. It was caused by another human being or another, right? So such miseries are called Adi Bhautik. Now the second cause is Adi Daivik. Adi Daivik is misery and pain are caused due to the devas, or you can call it fate, or you can say some unseen forces. Now what are these unseen forces? Again, this world is made of 5 bhutas. Suddenly, now rainy season is going on. Somewhere, heavy rains, and it was that area is flooded, and some people were killed. Thunder, storm, rain accompanied by some thunder and some storm. What? No, it can cause death, in that area. People may die. But you cannot see the forces which are causing these thunder, storm, lightning. All these are unseen forces. You can see when the lightning comes, you can see. When thunder comes, you can hear. Right? But you cannot see the forces which are making it do. I still remember when we were small, no? When you used to pour like this, heavy rains and thunderstorm, my grandmother used to tell me that Indradev is very angry with us. Like, my grandmother used to tell me, Indradev is very angry with us. That's why you see so much it is pouring like that. It's unseen force. See, Indra is the deva for all devas. No, he's got that vajra. So he has the capacity to create thunder, storm, lightning. So my grandmother used to tell. And we never knew what it is, and we used to never question also. Because we didn't know what it was. Indradev is very angry on us, so that's why it's pouring like this. Like that. So they're all unseen forces. Okay. So that is called Adi Daivik. Sometimes it happens because of, we say, no, it is our fate. It happened like this. But you cannot see that forces which caused it. So you call it as fate. Naseeb tha, aisa ho gaya hai, like that. Adi Daivik and Adhyatmik. Adhyatmik, these miseries are caused because of our own mind, our own Atma. We give problems to our own self because of our wrong thinking. Now, where did this wrong thinking come from? You might have learnt in yoga, na? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Those vrittis were all impressions of the previous birth. See, we 3 are there in this call. Each one of us will think in a different way. The situation will be the same. Problem will be the same. But we 3 will think in a different way. Why like that? When the problem is same, situation is same, why we think in a different way? We should think in the same way, no? Right? But we think differently. It's because the impressions which we are carrying of the previous births. Okay, previous births ka jitna bhi impressions hai, chapas hai, those are only called vrittis now. That is why we think differently and we handle the problem differently. Right? And each one of us behave differently in the same situation. Right? So these problems are all caused because of our chitta, our mind, because we carry those impressions. Can we change them? Yes, to some extent we can change them through yoga practice. What yoga sutras are given, no? Many methods are given. That's why, no, this is theory and that is practice. Many methods are given in. Okay, so these are the three kinds of pains and misery. Pains and miseries are caused due to these three factors. Okay, they are called tapatrayas. Tapa means sufferings, you can say. The tapa is different. Tapa means one is tapas, doing tapas. Okay, one is another meaning of tapa means to burn. Okay, so we are burning in these sufferings, and these are the causes. Okay, so just you should know these are all only theory questions. Huh? Okay. Okay. Tapatrayas. Okay. Now, pramanas. I told you, no? Pramanas. I showed you those 6 schools, 6 darshanas. They all have different kind of pramanas. Okay. That is the author who has written it has given that. But one common thing is all of them accept Veda as the final authority. Okay, so that's why they are all called smritis. That I already showed you in the previous slides. Okay, pramanas. Now, what are the pramanas in Sankhya? Same pramanas will be there in yoga also. Okay. As I said, this is theory and that is practice. Okay, now pramana. What is the meaning of pramana? Pramana means it's called sources of right knowledge. That is called pramana. That's the exact meaning and translation. Sources of right knowledge. Okay. Now in yoga, in Sankhya, there are 3 sources of right knowledge. That means there are 3 pramanas. Now what are those 3 pramanas? Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda. Okay, Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda. Now what is this Pratyaksha? Pratyaksha pramana means you can see Pratyaksha in front of your eyes. For example, this mobile, I can see in front of my eyes. This is my mobile. Okay, okay, Pratyaksha. And how do you get the knowledge, Pratyaksha knowledge? How do you get? First, our indriyas, these eyes, ears, these are all indriyas, correct? Jnanendriyas. When the indriyas come in contact with that object, any object, for example, this is mobile, like that, any object. When the indriyas come in contact with the object, then indriyas get the knowledge first, okay? And these indriyas pass on. If it is a nose, it is a nose. In this case, it is eyes. So I am saying pratyaksha. Yeah? They pass on the knowledge to the mind. Okay, manas. And that manas will process that data given by the indriyas. Okay, the mind will process the data and the mind will present that knowledge in front of the buddhi. Buddhi means intellect. Then the buddhi will decide whether that mobile is mine or not. Then only I can take it. No, if that mobile is mine, then only I can touch it and take it. So the buddhi will decide. Then the buddhi will present that knowledge to the Atma. Okay. Then that Atma decides. In this case, it is Purusha. Then this knowledge will be collected and presented in front of the Atma. Why? Atma will not do anything. Just because of avidya, I told you that Purusha Prakriti have come together. Okay. So it is the Prakriti thinks it is my duty to serve the Purusha. So it's presenting the knowledge to the Purusha for the Purusha to enjoy. Okay. That Purusha can enjoy this mobile phone. Why? Why? For Purusha, only two things are there. If avidya is there, Purusha will get all the bhoga. Bhoga means enjoyment. If they are separate, it is right knowledge. That means apavarga. Apavarga means liberation. So for Purusha, these two things are there. In avidya, it is bhoga. When the right knowledge is there, then that is apavarga. Bhoga and apavarga. Okay. So pratyaksha praman means directly through the senses, you get the knowledge of the object. Now anumana. Anumana is logical inference. Now just if somebody was weighing, one of your friends, she was weighing 80 kgs, and you see her after 6 months. You see her after 6 months. She's one of your yoga mate or something like that. You see her after 6 months, and then you're seeing that, she's reduced like anything, 50 kgs. From 80 kgs, if you come to 50 kgs, any day it will be visible. Anyways, so what will you infer? She has done her diet, she has done her exercises, and this is what you infer, no? She's doing her yoga regularly, properly, and she's doing diet, she's doing Surya Namaskar every day. Correct? So this is how you infer, correct? Otherwise, in the book, the standard example, what will be given? Smoke and fire. Okay. A fire, there are mountains. Okay. From far, you see the smoke. So what will you infer? What will you infer? Yes, there is a fire there. That is why I can see the smoke. If there is no smoke, then there would not have been fire there, no? Just because you saw the smoke, you infer that there is fire. This is a classical example which is given in the text. So normally in exam, this example I told you because you should understand. Because nowadays weight reduction ka bahut wo hai na. That's why I gave that example. So you will infer that she has done her yoga and exercise and diet properly. So that is logical inference, anumana. Now shabda. Shabda is verbal testimony. Now what is this verbal testimony? Now Kapila Muni has written this, Sankhya. See, Sankhya is one grantha. Like that, there are so many granthas. No? So many Shad Darshanas are there. Bhagavad Gita is there. So, Shabda. Now, Shabda means it has come down from parampara to parampara. Okay. Now, for example, who gave us the Vedas? See, nobody wrote the Vedas. Okay, agreed. But then how did we get? If nobody wrote the Vedas, then how? So, Vedas are already existing. There's rishis, munis and all. They sat in meditation. They were in sync with the frequency of the universe. Because they could sync with the frequency of the universe, they extracted the Vedas from the universe. And they wrote it and gave it to us. It's not that the Rishi Munis have written on their own. It was existing. They sat in deep meditation. They were in sync with the frequency of the universe. They extracted from the universe and gave it to us. And we believed it. And we take it as a pramana. Okay? We believe. It has come from generation to generation. It has been put into books. We believe and we take it as a pramana. Okay? So these are the three pramanas of Now, I already told you that Purusha and Prakriti are two independent realities. Correct? Two independent realities. Correct. Now let us study each one. Now I think Divya will get an answer to her question. Okay. Now, what is this Purusha? We normally use the word as Atma, correct? But in Sankhya and Yoga, you should not use the word as Atma. You have to use the word as Purusha. Each school has a different terminology. Okay. So in this school, you have to use the word as Purusha. Now, what is this Purusha? You can call it as a soul. It is the spirit. It is the subject. Okay. Subject means it is getting liberated. Okay. So it is the subject. And it is the knower. Knower means that Purusha, that Atma knows everything. It has the knowledge of everything. But will it do any action? No, it won't do any action. Then what it does? It is a Sakshi. Sakshi means it is a silent witness. Like a Sakshi, it will only observe everything. It will not do anything. That means it is not a karta. It is not a karta. But then why we think it is a karta? Because of avidya, wrong knowledge. Purusha, Prakriti have come together. Because of the wrong knowledge, we are feeling like that. Okay? It is not karta. It is a sakshi. It is a drashta and not a karta. Drashta means it sees. It sees everything. It watches everything. And how it will watch? Like a sakshi bhava. With a sakshi bhava, it will watch. That is why it is called sakshi. Okay? So this is the, as per Sankhya, this is the definition of Purusha. As per Sankhya. Okay. Now come to Prakriti. Now what is Prakriti? Prakriti, like how Divya said, no, nature. If it is a Hindi word Prakriti, then you can call it nature. Correct. This is not a Hindi word. This Prakriti is one of the realities of Sankhya. Now, this Prakriti, it is called as Mula Pradhana. Mula. Why it is called Mula Pradhan? Mula means what? Root, starting point. Right? Mula means starting point. It is a root. It is a starting point. So these are two different realities. This Prakriti is the starting point of what? Starting point of this creation of this world. Okay, creation of this material world. It is a starting point. Acha. If it is a starting point of creation, then it is also called Jada. Jada means no consciousness. Whereas Purusha is conscious. Purusha is conscious. Whereas Prakriti is Jada. Although it is the starting point of creation, it is the cause of the creation of this world, but it is Jada. Acha, is it not confusing? It is a starting point, but still it is Jada. Then how can it be the starting point? How can it be the cause of the creation? Okay, we'll answer that later. Then Avyakta. Avyakta means it is unmanifest. You cannot see Prakriti. Again, isn't it funny? You cannot see Prakriti, but you can see the world around you, no? Which was created by Prakriti. The Prakriti is the cause of the creation. See, you can see the creation around you, but still it is Avyakta. Avyakta means it is unmanifest. Unmanifest. You cannot see that Prakriti. Okay? Acha, if you cannot see Prakriti, but you can see the creation, so Anumana, you call Prakriti as Anumana. I can see the creation. Okay. Now this Prakriti is along with the three gunas. And what are the three gunas? You have already studied, right? In yoga. Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These are the three gunas. This Prakriti comes along with the three gunas. Correct? So what happens? You cannot see this Prakriti, you cannot see these three gunas, but you can see the effect of the three gunas. Right? Effect you can see of the three gunas. What are the effects of Sattva? What are the characteristics? Sattva is pure. Right? It's full of knowledge. Those effects you can see. And what is Rajas? Action, passion. Passion to do things. Then you start acting upon your passion. Ambition. Okay? So those things you can see. If a person is very ambitious, you can see that in with your eyes. Yeah, so that is why Anuman, you can infer that Prakriti is there. Prakriti with the Trigunas are there. That is why you can see. Anuman laga rahe ho. That is why you can call Prakriti as Anumana also. So it is Mula Pradhan. Prakriti is Avyakta, unmanifest. You can infer that Prakriti is there, although you cannot see the Trigunas. You can infer. And it is Jada. It is unconscious. Okay, if it is unconscious, then how can it create this universe? Prakriti is the cause of this creation. No, how can it create? It can create how? As I said, Purusha is conscious. This is Jada. Okay. Now, also I told you in the previous slide, for the Purusha, two things are there. If it is bound, then it is Bhoga. For the Purusha, it is Bhoga. If it is not bound, if they are separate, then for Purusha, it is Apavarga. Right now, the Prakriti has come in contact with Purusha, and the Purusha appears to be bound by Prakriti. The moment it comes in contact with Purusha, Purusha gives its consciousness to Prakriti. Okay, the first evolute of Prakriti is Ahankar, Chitta. So, because it has come in contact, the Purusha throws his light on the Chitta. Okay, and immediately the creation starts. Okay, immediately creation starts. Okay, when will the creation start? As long as the three gunas are in balance, there will not be any creation. That means when they are separate, that means the three gunas are in balance. So there will be no creation. But when moment the Prakriti comes in contact with Purusha, why? It is because of avidya. The Prakriti thinks that I have to serve the Purusha, and the Purusha, what I said just now, it is a sakshi, it is a drashta. It will only throw its light on the chitta. The chitta apparently becomes conscious. Chitta, it apparently becomes conscious, and there is an imbalance in the trigunas, and immediately whenever there is an imbalance in the trigunas, the creation starts. Now, what is that creation? What are those evolutes that we will see? Okay. So first, let us learn about trigunas. Then only you will come to know about the creation. As I said in the beginning, Prakriti is made up of trigunas. Okay. Prakriti is made up of trigunas. Now, again, I said you cannot see them. Then how will you infer that this is Sattva, this is Rajas, and this is Tamas? Through the effect. Now, what are the effect you can see in a person? The person will be balanced. Okay. Sattva also stands for harmony and pure knowledge. So by these three effects, you can say that sattva is existing. Mostly in yogis, you will see this, right? Of course, these qualities present in everyone, but in different proportions. Okay? Sattva, you also have sattva, rajas, tamas. I also have sattva, rajas, tamas, but it will be in different proportions. Okay? Rajas. Now, what does rajas stands for? Activity, excitation, pain. Activity, it is this rajas quality, triguna, one of the triguna rajas, which makes you to act. Okay? Which makes you to act. Then tamas. Now, tamas stands for inertia, obstruction, and sloth. Inertia means inactivity. This rajas is full of activity, and tamas stands for inertia. Inertia means no activity. Obstruction and sloth. That person always looks for excuses not to do things. Why you should know? You will have different students coming to you with all this in different proportion. Okay. How much ever you tell them, no, yoga is good, this asana is good, it will improve your breathing, pranayama will improve your breathing, and you can get rid of your diabetes. No matter how much you tell them, they will say yes, yes. It's not that they won't say anything. They'll say, yeah, yes, yes, it's very nice. But if you ask them to do, they'll never do. So from the group only, you will come. But don't judge them. This is not for judging anybody. Okay. We also have rajas, tamas, sattva. Everybody has. It is for your convenience. Without telling them you are tamasic. You should not, by changing your practices, you can change your practices which you are giving them. Without telling them, Hare, you are a tamas, Hare, you are a rajasic. You should reduce your rajasic quality. You don't have to tell them. You can always change their yoga practices. This tamas, no, first of all, you want them to act. So you make them rajasic. So to make them rajasic, what kind of activities you give? That way you should do. That is why as yoga teacher, you should. Okay, people normally, अरे इतना सा philosophy yoga teacher बनने के लिए क्यों पढ़ना है? People may ask, but this is the reason. Okay. So you should find out.
Ma'am, I had a query here.
Yes.
I had one query. So when you mentioned that, about the students coming to us, so are there asanas or specific meditations that they'll evolve, say, from tamasic to rajas and then to sattva? Like, see, even for our own practice, we don't know where.
Yes, yes. It's not exactly meditation. You can give them, see, suppose if a person is, as I said, that 80 kg lady has come to you. Huh? It has got nothing to do with Sankhya, but I'm just telling you. Okay. 80 kg lady has come to you. What will you do? You tell me. You have to give her some dynamic exercise, no? Like Surya Namaskar, something. Lot of Sukshma Vyayam, Sula Vyayam, Surya Namaskar. Right? You will give her some more. You cannot give her, Are, come, I'll give you meditation. Through meditation, you can lose weight. Are, she is already, that lady or man, whatever, is tamasic. You think he will sit and do meditation? He will go to sleep in meditation, and if you give them this yoga nidra and all, he'll go to sleep then. Right? So you should not tell them anything. By looking at them, you should understand. Understand and go accordingly. Change the practices accordingly. Okay. Okay. So this is what tamas. Okay. So these are the three gunas. Acha. How they come along with the prakriti? Yeah? It is already existing within the prakriti. They are intermingled. Now, what example will you give for intermingled? Suppose you want to make a thick rope. Okay, there are 3 threads. So, like a plate, like choti banate hai na, like plate, like this, right? So those are the 3 threads. Are together they make prakriti. That full rope. See, the 3 separate strings are there. और फिर आप चोटी बनाते हो, वो जो पूरी जो चोटी है, the thick rope है, that rope is Prakriti. Now you are able to understand. Divya, your question is answered. What is Prakriti? No. See, take 3 threads. Okay, 3 threads you have to take. One is Sattvic, Sattva, one is Rajas, and the third one is Tamas. So these are the 3 threads. Now take your hair, no. See, like this. Okay.
Ma'am, that I understood. But what I'm asking if the Prakriti is not a specific thing, means it doesn't have any kind of body or something, because they don't believe in God.
No, Bas.
Okay, so they don't
You
believe in God.
It is a force. It is a force. You cannot see that. That's why very clearly I said, no, it is unmanifest, avyakta.
So they don't believe in Vedas also.
It is already given, my dear, in Upanishads, Vedas, everywhere it is mentioned.
No,
These
the people
are
who
all,
follow
they
Samkhya
accept Vedas as the authority, no? That is why they
but
are
Vedas
called.
have come from somewhere. That they won't ask question.
No, that all they would ask.
Okay.
Okay. This is not there in the, what do you call?
Viva?
It's not there in the Viva. This is for your
Okay.
exam.
Okay.
Okay. So they are, just imagine one rope. It is, you cannot see them. It is unmanifest. Okay. Just imagine a rope. It has got 3 strings and you're making a choti out of it. That full thick rope is called Prakriti. Like that, you imagine in your mind. For you to understand, I'm saying. How else can you compare? Suppose if you want to, diya jalana hai. So what all you need for lighting a diya? You need oil. You need that vat. You need, and you need a diya also. And what else? You need a flame. Say matchstick, whatever, which causes the flame. So what you need? You need oil. You need the vat, that is the wick. And you need a lamp, and which causes you need the one force which causes the flame. These 3 things together, then you can light a diya. Then you will get that flame. Right? So this is like that. They are intermingled. All these things have to be there. One cannot exist without the other. Right? Now, suppose if you say sattva is good, it is very nice, balance, harmony, knowledge. So I want only sattva. Is it possible like that? It's not possible, because Prakriti is, I told you just now, no. It is like the thick rope. It is made up of those 3 gunas. Acha, you tell me one thing. In the night, you're going to sleep, no? Right? So which one is more active? Which
Tamas.
Night, tamas.
one? Yeah. So without tamas, can you go to sleep in the night? So that is also important. Right? That is also, it's not tamas is bad, so I don't want tamas. Like that, you cannot sleep. Right? All these 3 are there in different proportions in different people. Acha, morning you get up. You have to do activity, no? You have to get, so Rajas is required. Right? You're doing your prayers. That time what? Sattva is required. So you need all 3. Okay? One cannot be without the other. Okay? So this Prakriti is made up of these 3 gunas, and they are always intermingled with each other. When Prakriti comes in contact with Purusha, then the creation starts. Purusha throws the light on the Chitta. Chitta becomes apparently conscious. And here the beauty is, the Chitta thinks that I am conscious. And Chitta thinks that I am only doing all this. Whereas Chitta is not doing anything. It is because of the consciousness it has received from the Purusha. Okay? Due to its close proximity. Due to the close proximity. Now, what is the theory of causation? Now, you say that Prakriti has created this universe. Prakriti is the cause of this creation of this universe. Okay? Then if it is a cause, then what is the theory behind it? What is the theory behind that causation? The theory behind it is called Parinamavad. Prakriti Parinamavad. Okay. Like actually there are different theories for different schools, you know, Satkaryavad and Asatkaryavad. Okay. That don't think of all that. Now we need only for Sankhya, you will be confused. Okay. Theory of causation is under Satkaryavad. It is Prakriti Parinamavad. Okay. Now Parinama means what? Effect, result. Okay. Now, what does this say? Prakriti Parinamavad, what it says? It says that effect pre-exists in the cause. Okay. Now, how will you explain this effect pre-exists in the cause? Suppose take a example of a clay and a pot. Right? Clay, mud and a pot. Now, cause, what is the cause here? Clay. With clay, you are preparing a pot. So that pot is the effect. Correct? Now, what does this say? Effect pre-exists in the cause. That means the pot was already existing inside the clay. It was unmanifest. Okay. Then how did it become manifest? The potter came, he gave it a shape. Then it got manifested as a pot. Okay. You are able to understand? Slightly difficult this is. Okay. I said clay is the cause, pot is the effect. Okay. Now it says that effect pre-exists in the cause. What is the effect? Pot is the effect. Correct? Now pot is already existing inside the clay. It was unmanifest. Then how did it manifest as a pot? The potter came. He took the clay and he gave it a shape. Because that pot was existing in the unmanifest form inside the clay, it could be shaped as a pot. That is the logic. That is called Prakriti Parinamavad.
Ma'am, I had a question here. So then this cause and effect will come into like effect. The effect is because of the it's
Yes.
pre-existing in the cause. So
Cause.
that is because of a third person intervention, because of Purusha. If Purusha was not there, then it will not happen, na?
No. You are not understanding. That Purusha stage is gone. They have come in the contact. That is why the creation has started.
But
That is
how
the
will
theory
the
of causation, no? That is only the theory of causation.
no? I'm asking, the clay will not become a pot if the Purusha is not there, na? Then how will it be effect?
No. Don't compare that Purusha with the potter. Purusha is entirely different. It is like that Atma of the other philosophy.
Yes.
Correct? It is only throwing the light. It is conscious. So it is throwing its conscious light on the Prakriti, because of which the creation has already started.
No, ma'am, I'm asking, the pot will be made with the help of a potter,
Yes.
someone.
So he will be the intelligent cause.
Okay.
Prakriti is a Moola Prakriti.
Ha,
She is
Moola,
the cause
correct.
of everything.
Okay.
Prakriti is the cause of everything. Whatever happens in this universe, she said.
Okay.
So in this case, clay will be the material cause. Then who gave that shape? That potter gave that shape. So potter will become the intelligent cause. Okay?
Okay.
So effect always pre-exists in the cause, and cause and effect are seen as different temporal aspect of the same thing. Like how a coin has two sides, same single coin has one head and one tail. So this cannot exist without this, right? Same way, the cause and effect, they are seen as different things of the same object. Now this pot, it has taken the clay has taken the form of a pot. Correct? Now comes the third one. It has taken the form of a pot. Huh? But it is a clay only. Ultimately, that pot is a clay only. It has only taken the shape of a pot. Now, what is the third thing? The effect lies latent in the cause, which in turn seeds the next effect. Again, come back to this clay and the pot. Now, that potter, he made a pot with that clay. Okay. Then someone else came, that buyer came. He said, I don't like this pot. I want a, what do you call, a kadai or a vessel out of a. So what he does, he destroys. He destroys that pot. After destroying the pot, what will he get? He destroys the pot now. What will he get? Clay. Yes, he will get back the clay. Correct. So clay is the material cross. Here also with the same clay, he's making a kadai or another vessel, whatever that buyer has asked. So the effect lies latent in the cause. Okay. Now effect was the pot. It lies latent in the cause. It will seed the, it will become the seed the cause for the next effect. Okay. That means he has destroyed that pot. Again, he has got back the clay. In that same clay, that vessel was existing. That's what he's saying. Which in turn seeds the next effect. With the same clay, he's making a vessel or a kadai or whatever. Okay. So this is called Prakriti Parinam Vad. Parinama is what? Transformation. The clay has got transformed into a pot. Then the pot was destroyed. He got back the clay. Again, the same clay was transformed into another vessel or whatever. Okay. So, Parinama means transformation. So, the Prakriti is causing all these transformations. So, she is the material cause. The one who's making it becomes the intelligent cause. And this has got nothing to do with the Purusha. Purusha's job is to give consciousness. Prakriti has come in contact, so Purusha give the consciousness, and the remaining Prakriti only does. Purusha doesn't do anything. Okay? Yeah. Now evolutes of Prakriti. Okay. Now for this evolutes of Prakriti, we'll just go to this diagram so you will come to know. Okay. Now can you see this? This is the whole evolution theory. Okay. Now just evolutes of Prakriti. I told you, right? Purusha and Prakriti are 2. The remaining 23 are there, evolutes. Out of which the first one is Mahat, that is decision making. It does the job of decision making. Next is Ahankar. Ahankar means ego. Ego means what? It is a cosmic ego, not that ego of I did this or not that. This is a cosmic ego. Okay. This cosmic ego only will help in further evolution. Okay. Then this Ahankar, this cosmic Ahankar. Okay. Universal Ahankar, not that individual. Individual Ahankar you and I have. I did it. I gave lecture. I did this PPT. I did all that. No, that is different. This is the cosmic Ahankar. Cosmic Ahankar, again, it is of 3 types. Sattvic, Tamasic, and Rajasic. Okay. Now, Sattvic, it has Sattvic Ahankar. Again, from Sattvic Ahankar, you get these 5 Jnanendriyas. You can see, right? 5 Jnanendriyas, sense organs. And 5 Karmendriyas, motor organs. Okay. 2 hands, 2 legs, and this organ for procreation. That is also a It's a motor organ. Okay, tamasic. So out of the tamasic ahankar, you get the pancha mahabhutas. You know them, right? Pancha mahabhutas. Okay. And 5 tanmatras. Now, what are these tanmatras? These are the power, shakti, from which this pancha mahabhuta came. Okay. And what is this rajasic? Rajasic ahankar, it gives, rajasic means movement, right? Then how will the creation move forward? It has to move forward. So it will give energy to sattvic and tamasic, and they will give rise to further evolutes. Okay. Then the job of the mind, I told you, it is to synthesize the data into perception. I said no, when the this Jnanindriya comes in contact with the object, Jnanindriya, Karmendriya comes in contact with the object, it will pass on the data to the manas. And the manas will process the data into perception. And it will carry out the order through the motor organs, these hands and legs. I said, my phone. So it will हाथ से phone को उठा सकते हैं. Okay? And this buddhi, manas, ahankar, together these are called antakarana. Antakarana. Buddhi, manas, and ahankar. This mahat, that is only buddhi. It is cosmic buddhi, not that individual buddhi which you and I have. Cosmic buddhi, cosmic ahankar. Okay. So that buddhi, manas. Okay, this manas, together they are called, and ahankar, together are called antakarana. Okay. Now here, I was talking about tanmatras, correct? It's already 8. Okay, shall we stop here? I'll continue this, and because I have, 1 second, I'll stop the. Okay. Okay, so we meet tomorrow. Right? The recording wouldn't stop.
And sir has started.
Yeah, so it won't stop. He has to only stop it. Okay. So stop the recording. Have you stopped?